Hey guys, Mark Lassagne here. Just back from Havasu, third place at the MLF event. And I know a lot of you guys are going up there for the one bass, and I thought maybe I can give you a little info, help you catch a few more fish. Had great practice and had pretty good tournament. First day I caught 20 pounds. The next day I backed it up with about 17 and then 13 on the last day. The wind blew. I was throwing finesse, so the wind blew, made it a little bit tough. What I found and what I was targeting in practice was post-spawn fish, looking on flats, looking on points outside of flats where I thought the post-spawn fish would be. Now, a bonus is that on a lot of these lakes, especially ones with smallmouth, the smallmouth spawn on the flats. So I think some of the fish I was catching were probably spawning smallmouth, but most of them were post-spawn largemouth. So throughout the event, I weighed in, I think, two smallmouth. All the rest were largemouth. Um, the ones we found in practice were pretty much all of them on finesse from about 8 to 15 foot, and like I said, on points outside of flats. So how I started the event was I fish started in a community hole right outside the launch ramp, and I basically ran down the lake till I found a point that didn't have a boat on it because it's a community hole, has a lot of boats there. And what I found is that I had to be real thorough and real methodical in order to catch these fish, and they were good ones. So I started out the first day with a 3-3 Kitech in sexy shad on just a straight ball head, throwing it on a Akuma Psycho Stick 7.2 medium using an ITX 300 or 3000 reel on 15-pound braid married to 8-pound fluorocarbon. And what I had to do with this bait is that I had to throw it out and I basically let it go to the bottom and I just crawl it back really slow. And then when I saw a fish on live scope, on using a Garmin live scope, you'd see a few. I would reel it up real quick and throw to them, and I caught 4 or 5 fish during the event like that were definitely right on live scope. So that was it on day one, fishing points, sides of points, fronts of points, but throwing it out, working real methodical, real slow, just dragging that bait really, really slow, keeping it on the bottom. And I would cast, every 3 or 4 feet. So a couple non-boaters caught him behind me. The guy on the final day ended up winning the event, and he earned it because I really covered the water. Not backseating anybody, but I just covered every single spot the best that I could. So day one, swim bait. Okay, day two, they didn't seem to want the swim bait. I caught one on it early, and it was only like a 2 1/4 pounder, so not even a great one for that lake right now. So what I found is that I had to slow down even more, and I started drop shotting. So 2 worms I was drop shotting. Again, throwing these on the same rod, Akuma Psycho Stick, 7.2 medium action, ITX 3000 reel, 15-pound braid, 8-pound fluorocarbon. The 8-pound didn't seem to make a difference. One of the guys I was practicing with threw 6-pound, and I was throwing 8. Didn't really seem to matter that much. I'm throwing extra wide gap 1/0 EWG Gamakatsu hook. I was throwing it on the 3/16 ounce tungsten drop shot weight. And I liked it I rig it weedless there at Havasu because a lot of times you're going to run into cages and things where if you're throwing an open hook, you're going to get snagged. I just had to, and this one, I had to throw it really, really slow. I would throw it up, work it real, real slow. And a lot of the fish hit when I was just keeping it in one spot for a long time. So I had a lot of confidence in about 4 different areas I was fishing. Okay, so that was day two. Day three, I had to change it up again. They wanted, I was throwing a Ned rig and throwing in the deal color, a little zoom Ned, well, it's like a tickler. And I threw it on a weedless Ned rig. This is a 1/4 ounce tungsten. So the last day it was really windy. And even though it was windy, and I'm sure some guys caught them on a reaction, I couldn't really get them going on reaction. So I threw the little Ned rig and I caught just about all my fish on that. So throughout the event, I did catch a couple reaction fish. The first day, I caught one about 4 pounds on the Duo Realis Sexy Shed jerkbait. Caught one on that. Then I caught a couple of 3 pound smallies on the Strike King 6XD in gizzard shad. I caught a couple on this 3 pound smallies, but I didn't weigh them, so they didn't help me. And I'm throwing this on a 711 Akuma TCS rod. It's a really long cranking rod. Really one I use for ripping LVs like at Clear Lake. Throwing it on 17-pound line. Line size didn't seem to matter with the big crankbait. Then the final day, we caught them on this in practice. This is a War Eagle mouse double willow spinnerbait. Caught quite a few on practice. During the tournament, I really didn't catch them, except the final day when the wind was blowing. I ended up catching one key fish, about a 3 pounder on this. Really actually helped me out because I called out like a 13 incher, so that really helped me out. Throwing this one, I throw this and the jerkbait on a Kuma TCS 7-foot medium. And there you go. That's basically what I was doing at Havasu. I hope that helps you catch a few more fish. And you guys that are going to One Bass, good luck.